Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 13 of this No First Rounders franchise mode here with the Milwaukee Pirates. If you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, head up into that top corner of the video right now as I smack my microphone, and you will get a link to the playlist for all the videos of this series so you can get caught up on whatever you've missed. And if you do enjoy this episode, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell if you never want to miss when these uploads come out. So last episode, we got through probably the best draft that anybody has ever seen. To be completely honest, it was crazy. I can't believe how well we did. And there was two comments from that. BX Big Shot said, "This is the greatest draft I have ever seen." I agree. It was absolutely insane. Again, go back and watch that episode if you guys haven't. It was literally bonkers. And then the other comment came from Duke Storm saying, "Geez, that draft was crazy. You almost have too many good players, lol." And honestly, that's probably true. When you look at the trade value and just the amount of like really good prospects that are on this team, you just kind of shake your head and go, oh my god, like this team's going to be good forever. Like look at that. Greening's up to a 65 overall now. This guy's going to be insane. We got him 48th overall. Like, he's going to be crazy. If Leighton and Levo can get it rolling, they're going to be great players. This Smiles guy as well, Eric Smiles, we'll see if he turns out. I'm not counting on it. And we also got this new Indite guy too. I mean, Smiles, yeah, Leighton and Levo we got a draft before. But then we also got guys like Kuparainen and Volkov and who is the other one? Derrickson. Like, that's crazy. That's such a crazy high amount of value. We got Guerrero in that draft. And we also got Mironov. So, like, it just doesn't get any better than that. The amount of draft steals that we pulled out of a single draft just blows my mind. Like, we got this Arvidsson guy, too. He looks like he's going to be absolutely fantastic if he can keep growing. Ackerland should be making the league in the next year. Yeah, there's a lot of value throughout this team. And then the final comment we had here came from Duke Storm saying, "I think you should trade Markku Hall because you have a lot of very good goalie prospects coming up and he's just taking a spot from them." And yes, he is actually our least valued goalie. Underneath, we probably could trade Eric Comrie as well because I just don't think, I mean, we could keep Comrie as like a third string goalie, keep him in the NHL, so then Ackerland, actually gets the proper play time that he deserves because he does deserve the play time. So I think as of right now, Ackerland's going to be our mainstay in the AHL. We've got one more year before Randy Webb has to sign. Same thing, we got 2 years or 3 years before Arvidsson has to sign. 2 for Betts, 2 for Bickle, I believe. I think we picked up Samuel Bickle too. So Hall is good to stay for one more season. After that, we'll probably either, just release him or, yeah, he's got 1 year left. So that's actually perfect. And then, of course, Korpisalo, Konovalov going to be holding down the NHL. And, man, we'll see if the Milwaukee Pirates can really get it rolling again this season. They had an absolutely fantastic year last year, putting up, what was the record? 57, 19, and 6 for 120 points and first in the league. Like, that's just mind-blowing how good they were. So maybe they'll break some records or something this year. Who knows? Like, obviously George Whitney has been fairly undecorated considering just how good he's been, and of course the Pirates as well. Yes, we've won President's trophies, but that's it. Like, we haven't gone anywhere else with this team yet, really. George Whitney did win a Hart 2 years ago, so that's fair. He was really good. He also won the Calder. Korpisalo actually won the Vezina last year. I didn't even realize that, but he had a great year. Any other guys here? Again, George Whitney won the Ted Lindsay and the Rocket he won the Rocket the last 2 years. So George Whitney's a goal scorer, absolutely. And hopefully he'll continue that trend this year. But I think I just need to get my scouting done. I cannot remember or recall if I actually did all the scouting or not. Looks like I did not. So I will get that done quickly off screen, and then we'll jump into the full season kind of sim. Hopefully not highlight it too much, and just get through that and get some results here. All right, so we are ready to simulate to the regular season now, and well, let's see what goes on here. Just with how the lineup kind of shapes and molds just based on the morale, because that's always an interesting aspect of this game that, sometimes turns out to be a little bit dicey for your team and everybody just ends up dropping off like crazy. Maybe we'll see somebody shoot up, but I doubt it, honestly. The only guys that I might expect to see some crazy growth from are our high potential, like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Those kind of guys, because everybody else, it's like, probably not going to see too much as far as growth goes. Like, yeah, not much there, but if we sort this, I mean, I guess we can't really sort that. It's just going to be potential based, obviously. So yeah, these are your names to watch. No question about it. All those medium elites right there. And even guys like Bilsma, he should be interesting to watch. Not the greatest point production, but looking like he's on pace for better than last year. Mironov is a guy that I would love to see shoot up. But again, who knows what's actually going to happen there. Malikov hasn't done great. He hasn't been bad. For a 5th round pick, Malikov's not been bad, but Sokolov's the guy that I'm thinking of that just, we drafted 35th overall. He was like our first ever franchise pick and just really hasn't done anything. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes as this progresses on through the season. But I think right now we're going to do our half and half sim, do 41 games, check in, see how the team's doing, where they're looking standings wise, and then do another 41 and go from there. Alright guys, so halfway through the season, we are currently sitting with a 29-11-1 record for a league high 59 points, so we're on pace for 118 points this year with the Milwaukee Pirates. George Whitney, 28 goals in 38 games. He missed a couple due to injury, but he's already at the 50-point mark. He's on pace for 100 at the moment. A lot of these guys, aren't scoring like crazy. Chubasov started to really take off here. He wasn't looking so great off the start, and now he started to get it rolling. Like, he literally has more points than Braden Point at the moment, as well as a bunch of other guys, which is good to see that Chubasov, is actually getting it rolling here, and hopefully he can, start to actually increase in overall and morale and everything. Morale-wise, he's very happy right now, so... Or no, he's just happy, but okay. So that's looking all right. For our goalies, Korpisalo's got 17 wins, Konovalov's got 12, and yeah, Chubasov and Kuparainen. Kuparainen's actually doing worse than Chubasov, which doesn't quite add up in my mind, but that's okay. And, well, let's check out the entire league. As, well, we are going to be seeing 71! Oh my goodness, man. Dude, Dylan Strome took off. Holy, did he ever. Oh my goodness, Dylan Strome. Holy. Nobody else that good is on Chicago. For your goal leaders, Draisaitl's got 34 goals. Like, what the heck, man? Draisaitl's crushing it. And obviously Cole Caulfield, too. 33 and 39. That's insane. Wow. Yeah, that's... Oh my goodness. Matthias Emilio Pettersson. Oh, he's playing really well as well. Jeez. Alex Newhook. Rick Summers has 23 goals. Like, what? That's insanity. Ido Gucci went 12th overall. Holy goal scorers. Yeah, that's how everything's looking so far. I wonder where Chubasov puts himself among rookies. He's actually not doing too bad. He's in contention with guys like Matvei Michkov, Elliot Allman. Like, there's some big names in here. But Nikita Chibrikov is actually on top. So that's interesting. Connor Geeky is crushing it in Ottawa too. Igor Semyonov. Wow, there's a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of good rookies this year. Matthew Beniers is even in there. You didn't play till he's 22. Holy crap. All right, and for goalies, Most wins, Bobrovsky with 23 wins. Upshaw's up there this year. He's playing in Ottawa now. Korpisalo's, in there, but nothing crazy. And, nobody on the Pirates is really doing anything outstanding for the most part. George Whitney's the closest with his goals, and even then, Draisaitl's got 40 already. Like, he's literally 12 goals behind. So, anyways, we're going to get back to the simulation. That's just a quick checkup. The Pirates are, again, in first place, on pace for another Presidents, and let's see if they can fulfill that as we head into the second half of the season. All right, guys, so at the end of the season, we see the Milwaukee Pirates put up a 58-18-6 record for 122 points, and yet another President's Trophy. That is 3 in a row now, and the fact that we're only 5 seasons in is absolutely scary. So, this team is really doing good. George Whitney scores 67. I wish he scored 76. Whitney scores 67 goals and 108 points. Probably would have had more if he wasn't so injured. And we see Valery Chubasov go absolutely off this year as a rookie, putting up 65 points in 77 games. He was fantastic. He was better than Braden Point. He's better than Zach Sanford and John Klingberg. Like, that's just amazing. Then we had 4 guys that were right around that point per game mark. And, of course, for our goalies, Jonas Korpisalo puts up 37 wins, so nothing crazy ridiculous. Kuparainen with 18 points, so not bad as an 18-year-old. And that is our team. So I wonder how many points Draisaitl and McDavid put up. And go figure. Yep. They just barely outscore. Not just barely. They completely outscore the rest of the league. But yeah, that's over a 60-60 season for Draisaitl. And yeah, McDavid with 80 assists. That's crazy. Kotkaniemi, 103 points. So that makes, I would assume that makes Montreal fans a little nervous after the situation that just went down there. In real life, Kyle Yamamoto also had 99 points. Jeez. Okay. So yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be close to Draisaitl. Yeah, that looks about right. Philip Forsberg next there with just like 47. That's not a lot. Most assists in the league goes to Kotkaniemi with 81. So that's insane. Draisaitl's a plus 66. John Klingberg plus 48. So not bad. And as far as rookie skaters go this year, Chibrikov scores 82 points, but then Valery Chubasov was the second best rookie in the league this year. Like, ahead of guys like Elliot Ullman, who are absolutely insane. Oh my goodness, man. I can believe that some of these guys are this highly rated, but at the same time, it's like, what happened to the guy like Michkov? And I guess San Jose was just terrible. For goalies this year, we're going to see Merzlikins put up 44 wins. Holy. I thought at some point we actually had Merzlikins on our team. We did not, fortunately. But yeah, certain guys just having crazy good seasons for where they're at. Like, DeSmith's an 85 rated at 33 years old. Like, what is that? Right? Saros, pretty good year. Bennington, great year. We almost went out and got Bennington. But yeah, like, Vasilevsky, only 35 wins. Spencer Knight, 34, is actually fairly impressive. Askarov, 33 wins, not bad. But yeah, just kind of a strange season all around. Top defenseman this year is going to be probably Rick Summers, as he puts up 83 points in 82 games. Also scores 43 goals as a defenseman. That is unheard of. Quinn Hughes with 81 and 80 as well. So yeah, there was some pretty good defensemen in the league this year, I would say. A lot of elite players. Yeah, Boquist was insane as well. Jeez, okay. So that's the league. That's the team. Just an absolutely phenomenal year all around from Milwaukee yet again. And, of course, you win 3 President's Trophies in a row. You're undisputedly a top-end team in the league. But, man, we got to make it farther this year in the playoffs. And, well, we're going to start that off here right away. But a very unfortunate side effect of everything that's gone on here is that George Whitney is currently out with a concussion and won't be back until April 29th. We're currently at April 12th. So we've got 17 days, over 2 weeks on the calendar without George Whitney in the lineup. That's going to be really tough, mainly based on the fact that he is the best player on this team. There's no question about it. But we'll see if other guys can pull their weight or not. If, anybody's actually going to be able to kind of improve the lineup. Like, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder how this is going to play out. But, we still have a very good team here overall. I think, Jonas Korpisalo should be starting. Oh, for the playoffs, you have that many wins. You gotta be starting. So, let's get to this. The only other thing, there's a couple other things I want to show you guys before we really hit the playoffs here in stride, is that, one, we have some rookies that did some phenomenal growth this year. Kind of behind the scenes. I didn't really highlight it, but if the game will let me actually select progress reports, there we go. We look at some of the growth here. Nothing crazy throughout the team overall. Everybody's looking, fairly regular. But you go down into the system, that one. Eric Smiles. Plus 24 growth. That just, that's insane. He's already a better defenseman than a whole bunch of our other guys that we have. Bilsma up to a 74. He had a great year. 52 points, 57 games played. Smiles was on a whole nother level, though. 73 points in 56 games played. As a defenseman. As a 6'5", 208-pound defenseman. That's insane. And Barry Greening, 76 points in 59 games. Oh, man, we got some good players in here. I'm actually so excited to see where these guys go. Randy Webb gets up to a 71. Not bad. Frederick Arvidsson up to a 70. There's some decent growth in this team, and I'm very, very impressed with it overall. Neuendijk didn't see any crazy numbers. Neither did, Petri Louis, unfortunately, and he's a huge defenseman who I would love to get into the lineup. Just didn't see any growth this year. Same with, Lars Ackerland. Barely grows at all. I don't get why this happens, but it does, and I really hope EA fixes prospect growth for this upcoming year. If you're putting up statistical numbers that are crazy, you should grow. Even if you're putting up, above average, you should grow a little bit. But anyways, we get Nashville for game 1 of this series. This is going to be fun. All right, so here we go. We're going to get into this playoff series with the Nashville Predators. And of course, oh my god, dude, look at this. Look at this lineup. Holy, I didn't even realize how good Nashville actually is going to look in a couple seasons. Or Nashville. That's not Nashville. That is very much Anaheim. Anaheim's going to look sick in a couple years. Anyways, where was I at? Nashville. Somehow behind New Jersey. Don't ask me how. Anyways, this is the Nashville team that we're going to go up against. And, well, last year we played them in round 1. And they took us to just 5 games. So they won a single game. But again, this is a fairly stacked team on defense, apart from Ryan Johansson playing defense over Roman Josi. But again, they have Askarov in net, Vivalainen in backup. That's really darn solid overall. Patrick Harper's not bad. Decision, nothing crazy. Nothing that makes me look at that lineup and go, we're screwed. Maybe the goaltending. That's about it. That's all I can think of for what could potentially end a Milwaukee playoff run here. But let's get into it. Let's start advancing. Also, how well did Madison do? 49 wins. Not bad. Who is our top scorer out of the Pirates? Grelou, by the looks of it. 68 points. Not bad. I'm totally saying his name wrong, too. I know that. Louis Petrie, not a bad season. And guys like Leighton, and, they grew a bit, but nothing spectacular. spectacular in the AHL. I'm not really worried about the Vikings. I think they're going to get bumped pretty quickly here. I'm worried about our own playoff success here with Milwaukee. So let's start advancing day by day, and game 1 of the series is a 2-1 overtime victory for the Milwaukee Pirates. A tight game, but a good game nonetheless. Heading into game 2 of this series now, and we'll see a 4-3 overtime loss against Nashville as they bounce back. The Edmonton Oilers not doing so well in their series. A bunch of teams. We got a lot of zeros on the board apart from the Nashville Predators and, of course, Milwaukee. So, yeah, okay, there we go. We got one other series tie with Chicago-Winnipeg. Those are both good teams, though. Heading into game 3 now of this series, and it's a 3-2 win for Milwaukee. Jordan Greenway leading the team now, and looking like it might be a lot of series sweeps here. Edmonton does get one back, so the West doesn't seem to be as lopsided, but let's see. Heading into game 4, is this going to be a victory for Milwaukee and turn the tide of the series, or is it going to be a tie? And we see a 1-0 victory yet again from Milwaukee. They take the stranglehold on the series, and everybody else wins a game, so nobody's getting swept this year. All right, well, there you have it. So here we go, heading into game number 5 now, and again, the Pirates can take out the Predators in just 5 games. First period of this series in game 5, we see Jesper Fast open the scoring, and then Jake Getzel make it a 1-1 game, and 16-10 in shots for the Pirates after the first. Second period now, it's a 3-2 Milwaukee lead. Braden Point and then Jake Getzel again get on the board for the Pirates, and then Matt Duchene with a power play goal to make it a 3-2 game. So heading into the third period, we might not even have to play anything here against Nashville, and Mark Stone makes it 4-2. So that looks really solid. And, we're right where we want to be as the Pirates. Have the series in our grasp, and should be a pretty easy one here. Not too many shots going either way right now. Just a lot of face-offs and, simple kind of play here. And yeah, 42-25 in shots down to the last 4 minutes. Nashville ain't coming back from this. There's no way. So Josh Mahura scores with 30 seconds left, but too little too late, as Milwaukee does walk away in just a 5-game series yet again. That's what we love to see. Jake Getzel, Mark Stone, Braden Point just doing their thing. Even with George Whitney out of the lineup, you love to see it. And yeah, this is good. We actually make it past round 1 this year, so that's a great start. So Nashville was actually the only team to knock us out in the first round of the playoffs in Milwaukee Pirates history, but we have now knocked them out in the first round twice. We've played them 3 out of 5 years in the first round. So the rivalry is definitely there, but Nashville is now on the losing end of that rivalry. So we're still going here on playoffs. Chicago and Winnipeg, I would bet on Chicago going through. Everybody else is through, so we got Toronto, Florida, Islanders, and Montreal, and then Colorado, Vancouver, and Milwaukee, and I'm going to assume we're playing Chicago next. And it's going to be... Who's it going to be? Chicago. I called that. So that's exactly what I expected. Yeah, this is going to be some stellar playoffs here moving forward, but I think we're going to save the majority of this 2024/25 playoffs for next episode, as this one has gotten a little bit on the longer side. But let's just go take a quick old peek at the Chicago Blackhawks lineup and see what we're actually dealing with here. So, Chicago, I know they're a good team. They got 50 wins. Dylan Strome has just absolutely been crushing it with the Blackhawks. Yep. Yes, sir. He's been really good in Chicago. Patrick Kane's there. Dylan Guenther. They got 23rd overall. That's crazy. Philip Kurashev is absolutely killing it, too. Oh, my goodness. What a player. And obviously, Alex DeBrincat. We all know how good he is. Who else? Obviously, Boqvist. And in goal, Bobrovsky at just an 82, but he's been standing on his head all year. We realize that, and we're going to have to watch out for that. So that's who we're going to be taking on next episode. Obviously, don't forget about Patrick Kane. Just an absolutely amazing player as well. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell to never miss these uploads. And of course, if you do have any thoughts or opinions, drop those in the comments below. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time.